Okay, I've been puttering along for a couple days already here. This is where I'm at. Got this floor extension in. It's padded up on the outside where it's going to hit the inside of the quarter panel there. And got it painted out in the areas that I'm not going to be able to reach later on. And seam seal along here and around here and up through there. So that once I put this quarter panel back on, it'll be good to go. At any rate, on this side over here, I proceeded to put this inner piece on that stands the transitional piece off of the outer metal, so that it doesn't create any hard lines in the body. And I've also put this little rim here to pick up what will be a closure panel on the bottom side of the quarter panel at the back. The little area over here that houses the rear side marker has been integrated into the back over there. A bunch of welding and grinding's going on to clean some things up. So I'm just slowly working my way towards getting everything coated, and I still have to put the sound deadener in along here, and I have to paint this out before everything goes back together, hopefully for the final time. And that's where I am right now. All right, so this week's video is going to be pretty mercifully short. I've got everything I didn't want to drag you through done. That was a repeat of everything I did on the other side of the car except for the gas hole. It's all welded on now. And I spent a little time playing with the correcting the door seams here in metal, so that that's not a Bondo edge. At any rate, I got the wheel tubs installed, and let me see if I can see it here. You can see the closure extensions all the way up over here and around, that are attached just to the plastic wheel tub, but not the car, so the whole thing can come out for any maintenance issues. Anything that has to be reached behind the the shock absorbers or anything like that, it has to be worked on. Those tubs can come back out. At any rate, yeah, that's about it. I've got a few little knickknacks I have to address. I still have to seal up the rocker on the bottom side with some seam sealer, and then prime it on the bottom side. And also I'll be, with the car up in the air here, I'll be working on running the exhaust up through this cavity here, moving these exhaust hangers over here to the back, and running another set of exhaust hangers somewhere in this neighborhood so that I can center the exhaust tips out the back side of the bumper. Gonna do a little paint work here, prime all this stuff here. And then I have to, once I've got the exhaust extended out and hung where it's going to permanently be located, and then I can make my final closure panel over here all the way out to this plastic rim here. It'll tie into the back side of this plastic tub over here, and hopefully it'll keep most of the debris out from back behind the bumper. So the other thing I have to do back here is have to do a little remodeling on this back bumper in order to create a flattish area that'd be level with the ground, so that I can install my these parking proximity sensors that have to be plugged in a vertical fashion. I thought about a bunch of different ways of doing it. I thought about putting it in a diffuser back here, but it kind of looked like it was a little forced looking. It was too small. And anyway, it was mucking everything up back here. I didn't really like the way it looked, but that's a long time ago. But that's besides the point. We're going to have to have the bumper come down. I have to remodel this face so the bumper comes down just the way it is right now. But when it gets to here, it has to go out basically level and then tuck back in, so that I have a vertical face. And you'll see on the Challengers what they do. They've got the same situation, and they've got a separate section over here that actually houses these sensors, and it's actually rotated a little bit. It's a secondary section underneath of the primary bumper. So I'm going to have to try and imitate that a little bit. I thought about cutting it in and then coming out, but the problem with that is it creates a little 1/2-inch hood above the sensors, and the sensor will then, depending on how much the cone goes this way or that way as far as its sensing range, it might end up sensing the top of this little indentation. Anyway, I'm going to mock it up next week, and hopefully we'll go through the process to see how it looks, and try to get it blended in as best as possible. At any rate, enough rambling. At least I was able to get a pretty good weekend without any interruptions, and so we'll keep on working on this back and try to tidy up most of these jobs before I start heading to the front of this car. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one.